What's up YouTube, Jay Traveling here. Today I want to talk about Ethereum Classic, and the DAG file has finally been reduced down to about 2.5. So I did put my p106 90 rig back together. They were all 3 GB cards, and I have it mining Ethereum Classic for almost like 10 hours now. So we'll look at what overclocks I'm using and what hash rates I'm getting. So Thanos went live. The Thanos hardfork went live, I believe yesterday. So I updated my HiveOS and all my miners in it. So we got it mining. So let's check it out and see how it's doing, and we'll see if it's profitable and if it's worth keeping together still. So let's check it out. So this is inside HiveOS. These are the overclock settings that I'm using, and these are the hash rates that I'm getting. So I'm getting about 22 megahash a second per GPU, a little over it. Except for this first one, I'm getting 21.95. It's still pretty much 22. They're all running pretty cool for the most part. This one's not. I might need to actually take this one apart and redo the thermal paste, possibly. I could also try upping the power limit just a tiny bit to see if I can get it just over 22 megahash. But according to the software, also we're pulling about 443 from the wall. These are just pretty much similar settings that I had on it before, where I was pulling. I'm sorry, not at the wall. The software is saying we're pulling 443 watts. At the wall, this one was pulling about close to 500 watts total at these power limits. So since I did up it just a tiny bit, I think I was running 70. I'm probably pulling about 510 at the wall. And I'll just definitely later on, after it's all stable, I will check the wall power consumption to get an exact number. But for now, I'd say it's pulling about 510 at the wall. When we're remoted in, so the numbers are pretty accurate according to HiveOS. They're pretty good at reporting the numbers that as far as what the miner's actually doing. This is remoted into it, so it is mining. I do use pheonixminer. So this one, it was booted 10 hours ago. It's been running. I haven't seen any crashes. I did get, if we look early on, one stale share, or one rejected share. But out of the almost 3,500 shares that I've got, having one rejected or stale, it's not too bad. I'm not too worried about that. But so far, rock solid system. Mining pretty well. I will probably mess with the overclocks a little bit. I did go into the popular settings to see what some people are using for this. It seems like 800 memory is pretty close. This person was on it. I guess if we check, I'm not sure if they'll have it for this algorithm yet, but we'll check it. I know on Ethereum, since it acts pretty much similar, we can see what people are running. This person's running 1,000. I could try that maybe a little bit later, see if I can get a little bit more mega hash a second. This person was running, 3 people looked like they're running 1,200 memory, 1,000. So I possibly could up it a little bit just for Ethereum, but I'd probably have to up my power consumption a little bit. When I lowered it to 70, my hash rates went down. Just a tiny bit. They all went back down into the 21 megahash a second, so I just upped it back up to 75. I may possibly look at upping it to maybe 80 in the near future, see if I can push the memory a little bit further. I'm pretty happy with where it's at right now as far as 22 megahash a second per GPU at a total of 132, 133 megahash a second. I know pheonixminer has been known to like inflate the mega hash a little bit, but we can also look, if we looked at the polls, pretty much what it's reporting. So when you are doing this, I know a lot of people have these cards. I've been asked about them on my YouTube channel before. If you're in HiveOS, you have to make sure you're on the latest drivers of it, because you need the latest miners. So if you actually do go on it, it tells you which ones you need to have. So you need to have pheonixminer 15.3, believe it is, to mine Ethereum Classic on their new algorithm. So let's look at I already have it calculated what to mine. We also have to look at how much Ethereum Classic is trading for $6.68 per coin right now. So I'm running roughly 510 watts at 132 megahash a second. So it's already calculated. So I'm generating about $3.30 a day, profiting 147. One thing I always notice, I'm a little aggressive with my costs. I don't pay 15 cents per kilowatt hour. So I do this just to give me a little bit of a buffer in the profits. So I actually do profit a little bit more, or if my hash rates aren't reported accurately, what I actually generate would be more close to this profit here. So right now I've run those cryptocurrencies. I mean, you have Bitcoin up at over 19,000, almost 20. It's getting close to 20,000 per coin. Ethereum's at 604, and Ethereum Classic 661. It's pretty high for Ethereum Classic. So if this were to go down, even if it went back down to $4 a coin, I'd probably still profit a little bit. So not enough that I would probably tear the rig down. I'm still undecided on it though, because if you look at my other rigs, my 5600 XT rig, which is running like 190 watts per GPU and mining at almost double the speeds, it's tough to just say let's keep this rig going. So in the near future, I may look to take this rig apart and sell the graphic cards to upgrade them to more powerful, efficient ones. Normally I would just say I just keep it, but one, I could use the money to put towards cards, and two, I only have so much power that I can run in my house, so without upgrading my main panel to a higher amps. Right now I only have 100 amp service. I know I got a quote for someone to come out and give me 200 or 240 amp service, and wasn't too bad. So probably further down the road in the next couple years, I might look at doing that. Once I grow the farm up a little bit more, I'll look at doing that. Alright, so I've been mining Ethereum Classic for about 10 hours now, so mining for a few days. When I set it back up, my goal was to hit 20 megahash a second, see if I could push it that far, and I ended up surpassing that to 22 megahash a second. So I'm pretty happy with the results I was getting out of it. If I can get a little bit more, I'll be even happier. But like I said, I don't want to up the power limit too much. I do have enough power down there in my basement where it's set up at. And then I'll show you, I'm pretty happy with the temperatures it's getting. And in a future video, like I said, I'll do a video on the mining frame that I built for it. It's a custom one, it's not the beta frames. So I gapped the GPUs a little bit wider apart so that they had a little bit more room to breathe. Also, they're not real thick coolers on them. So if I did upgrade on that rig, then I could put ones with thicker coolers on them and they should still fit right in. But I'll also go through how I put the frame together, the materials I used, and in the description. But I'll save that for a future video for later on in the week probably. But as far as mining Ethereum Classic with the new DAG size, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the p106 90s are performing, being that there's 3 gigabyte cards and older. When I calculate that rig cost, I'm looking at, I paid $32 per graphics card on eBay, which I think they're a little bit more expensive now that they're back in the game with mining. And then about $100 for the motherboard, CPU, and RAM, and then another $100 for the power supply on eBay. So you're looking at about just under $400, maybe a little more than $400, probably like $410 or $420 after the materials for the mining frame, just for that one rig. So obviously to get that paid off would still take probably a little over a year. Most of my mining rigs will take just over a year to pay themselves off. I've seen other miners get it down lower, being that they get higher hash rates or something like that. But either way, I'm still pretty happy with how it's turning out. If anyone else is using 3 gigabyte cards to mine Ethereum Classic, let me know what overclocks you're using. Write in the comments below what mega hashes you're getting, and if you plan on keeping the rig or getting rid of it. But thanks for checking this video out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more videos.